Hi, I'm Robert Nelson, President of Sacramento State. Today is a very, very sad day. We lost a Hornet. We lost a hero. We lost a leader. We lost somebody who we love. At Sacramento State, we have a program that is called Law Enforcement. I'm just having a hard time getting it out. At Sacramento State, we have a program called Law Enforcement Candidate Scholars Program. This is a program that's unique in the United States. It allows young men and young women to go directly into the academy to be able to serve. There are 40 students in each one of these groups, the cohorts. We're now into our 4th cohort. Tara OSullivan was in the 1st cohort. I remember her so well. I remember going up to her and asking her, how are you going to be able to get through that obstacle course? Because she was only about this tall. And she knew she could do it. And I got to see her to do it. And I asked her, why are you considering joining the police force when you're studying child development? That doesn't make sense. And she said, I'm learning all of the skills I need to be an officer. And she rose to be a leader among her cohort. And she rose to be a leader here at Sac State. She worked at Epicure. Epicure is our food service. That's how humble she was. I remember her serving us. I remember her always being there. She had a big heart, a strong mind, a great personality. She made you smile. She is exactly what we need in the police force. We are proud of her. We will raise money for a scholarship for her in her honor. The wait staff with UEI and Epicure are going to name a chair after her in the new planetarium. We will never forget her. She will always be a Hornet, and we will aspire to be as good as she is. And with that, I'd like to turn the mic over to Shelby Moffett. Shelby designed the Lexx program. He is the one who mentored her and brought her forward.
Hi, good afternoon. Sorry we have to meet at this time. Tara, again, as President Nelson just said, she was in the 1st cohort that we created when we started this back in October of 2016. She was one of the first bright lights that was involved in the program because she was a go-getter. Slight build. She wasn't what you'd see the stereotypical, big, tall, strong person, but she had tenacity and she had a good attitude. It's one of the things that I look for from young men and women that I want in the program, no matter who they are, is to have good character, and she exuded that all the time, which is why she became a commander in our program and then went on to do better things with the Sacramento Police Department. Dr. RIBA.
Hi, my name is Dr. Melissa RIBA. I'm the director of the Career Center, and I'm really honored to have known Tara OSullivan. When I reflect back on her first day in the Law Enforcement Candidate Scholars Program, it was raining and she was doing some obstacle courses and high ropes in the Peak Adventures challenge course, and nothing would get in her way of climbing and surmounting her goals. And then through the program, she had injuries, but she still continued to try hard, and she demonstrated resilience and teamwork and everything that this university stands for and the Law Enforcement Candidate Scholar stands for. This morning when I was trying to explain to my daughters why I was so upset about my student, the only thing I could think of to explain to them was that she was a hero. They understand heroes, and that's exactly what she was. She's a role model to so many people. And I'm sorry I'm emotional. It's just, she was like family. The Hornet family is so important. And I'm honored to have known her. And I know that her legacy will live on in this community and at Sacramento State. I'd like to introduce Associate Dean Mary McGuire to say a few words.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming today to talk with us about Tara. On behalf of the Lexx Program and the university, I just want to really express our heartfelt grief to the family and to Sacramento Police Department and really to the community. I think this is a significant loss for all of us.
Are there any questions that anyone wants to ask?
President Nelson, have you been able or anyone been able to talk to her former classmates? Many of them are in the same line of service.
We are talking with her classmates, and they're having a hard time. We have one of the CSOs right over here who was one of her classmates. We will get together. We will celebrate her life because it is a celebration. But we are a family. You know us. And so we all hurt today.
Tell us a little bit about the program, how it works, what the progression is.
Sure, about the Lexx Program. So the purpose of the program was to provide resources to students who, for the most part, were probably shy. You know, they thought about law enforcement maybe just by watching television shows, but they didn't have maybe the mentorship, and that's what the program brings. It brings lots of mentorship, lots of folks around to make them feel more comfortable, more confident as a law enforcement officer. So I took my background. I am a retired law enforcement officer with Sacramento Police Department. So I took my background and now using it as a professor here at Sac State to bring opportunities to young men and women that may not have had those chances before in the past.
He's actually being modest. He wrote his dissertation, and from his dissertation, we created the Lexx Program as he got his doctorate.
So these are two young men right here, Casey Claudius and Mr. Ricky Williams. They are currently, as you see, as community service officers for Sacramento State, but they are also were involved in the Lexx Program and knew Officer OSullivan very well. So if you'd like to ask them some questions.
Can you share probably some of the fondest memories with us, something that's dear to you guys?
So, Officer OSullivan now, it was definitely heartbreaking hearing this on the news this morning. She was a natural-born leader. She always had a smile on her face, and I'll always look up to her. I'm commander of Cohort 2, or was, just graduated. And I just always looked up to her for guidance, and she's definitely a role model and will always be a hero in my heart. Do you have anything?
I know, at least for myself, and I'm sure most of the other Lexx candidates, Officer OSullivan was kind of the first person who made an impact on all of us for Lexx and really showed us what Lexx was, what was it about. She really started the program and how it will be and how it will continue to be run. She set the example, and that's what she did with everything. She really did have that positive influence on us. She has made a huge impact, and we can tell just from the response that's already occurred. And there's really no other words that I could say to describe such a tragic loss that we're experiencing, all the students and everyone else.
Again, thank you for everyone for coming out. It shows how important this woman was and how loved she was. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate everything she did. And she would want me to do what I'm going to do. Stingers up. Thank you.